Good evening. Hope everyone's had a wonderful day today, whatever it is you've been doing. It's virtually official. It's done. He's passed his medical, and he is now a gooner. Absolutely buzzing. But obviously, it's not been official yet. I don't know whether that'll be today or tomorrow. But yes, it is done. And there's a lot of salty fans around from other clubs right now, trying to put him down, trying to say he's not this, he's not that. The salt is real right now, salt and Pepe. But yeah, he was shown around the training ground. He's passed his medical. He'll take number 19 shirt. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently he actually printed his own name and number onto his shirt. Now, whether that's actually going to be part of the announcement video when Arsenal officially announce it, and that's going to be part of it, I'm not sure. But Lacazette showed him around the training ground today. And Aubameyang and Lacazette have had a little bit of banter on Instagram with the, "Ooh, where are you at, bruv?" So yeah, it's all good. It's all good, and it's got everyone buzzing right now. So Arsenal fans are actually quite happy right now, which is a rare thing. It doesn't happen often, but it just goes to show if you have a little bit of patience and you trust the new regime, which I did. I have all summer. I've backed it all summer. I've said, listen, we've got to try and get rid of some of the dead wood. We've got to try. I didn't expect us to get Pepe. Let's not blag it. I didn't expect that to happen at all. This came sort of out of nowhere, really. 2 weeks ago, it came out of nowhere. The news came out that we'd bid £72 million for him. 2.5 weeks later, he's passed his medical, and it's just waiting for the announcement video now. So yeah, I am absolutely gassed right now. And it's been a good day. It's been a good week. Let's be real. You know, last week we signed Saliba, we signed Ceballos, and obviously we've already got Martinelli, and now we've got Nicolas Pepe. So yeah, it's all going in the right direction, and it just goes to show that if you work with proper agents, which is what Arsenal are now doing. George Mendes has somehow been involved. I'm not quite sure what his involvement was, because I don't think he is actually Pepe's agent, but he has been involved somewhere along the line. And the previous regime refused to deal with him, which cost us a hell of a lot of good players over the years. But it just goes to show, if you have a guy like Raul that's dealing with negotiations and stuff like that, instead of that clown Dick Law that was in charge before, it just goes to show, you know, the money's there. Whether you're in the Europa League, whether you're in the Champions League, whether you're any good or not, if you paid the money, you get the player. It's as simple as that. Now, the reported fee is £72 million plus add-ons. His wages is around 104 grand a week, which, let's be real, that's an absolute bargain. 104 grand a week. You know, there's other players. Danny Welbeck was on 100 grand a week. You know, the difference in caliber is massive. So yeah, it's all going well right now to being an Arsenal fan. You know, we've got to shift some of the dead wood still. Let's not lie. You know, it's all going well in terms of attacking players, but now we need some defensive players. We need a Kieran Tierney. We're going back in with another offer for him. So hopefully that gets done. We're going in for a centre-back. I'm not sure who that's going to be. It may be Regani on loan. But either way, I'd take that right now. Mustafi is subject to a bid from Monaco. So happy days. That's one out, one in, if we do get a centre-back to replace him. And yeah, it just goes to show that, you know, if you have a little bit of patience and you don't lose your rag, the club are actively seeking to sign players. We actually first went in for Pepe back on the 29th of December. I see a tweet from a journalist. Somebody tagged me in it yesterday saying that we had gone in for Pepe for 50 million in December. It was the 29th of December the journalist tweeted that. So this has been a work in progress. We've been working on this deal for a very long time. So obviously, we've matched the money they wanted. They're happy with that. We've got the player, and now we just have to sit back and wait for Arsenal to decide when they're going to announce it. Personally, I don't see it being today. It's going to take a lot of time to edit the welcome video and all that. So probably tomorrow. But you never know with Arsenal. They're full of surprises, very secretive. So yeah, it's all good. And you know, now I've seen pictures of him at the training ground. He's holding an Arsenal bag. I've seen him walking into the training ground with our photographer, Stuart. Yeah, it's fantastic. And then when you see Aubameyang and Lacazette on Instagram doing this celebration, all this one, It's like, yes, we have actually got ourselves a top class player, a record signing as well. Let's not forget that. He's going to come in as our club record signing. And that makes me laugh, right? Because he's 72 million quid, but he's on 104 grand a week, apparently. And then when you look at the other players we've got at this club that are on more money than that, it's like, how have we got this guy for 104 grand a week? That is just peanuts in today's market. So it's all good. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing right now. But let's read some of your comments out. Oh, yeah, sweet, says J. Rob. Ilias says, good evening, Haroon. Laguna, yeah, because he was spotted carrying an Arsenal bag. Mate, it's done. It's done and dusted. He printed his own shirt. It's done. Number 19. He'll wear number 19 next season. He printed his own name and number onto the shirt. Don't ask me how I know that, but I do. And whether that's in the welcome video or not, I don't know. But we shall see when Arsenal release that. But it's going to be fire. It's going to get every single Arsenal fan buzzing. And we've needed a lift. Let's be real. This is the first transfer window we have gone into with a proper strategy, a proper plan, and a proper team of people in the high positions to go and get deals done. And we've got a decent guy from Real Madrid. We've signed a decent centre-back for next season. We've signed a young Brazilian that's up and coming and looks like a real talent. And we've got Pepe. We're in for a centre-back. We're in for Kieran Tierney. What a transfer window. If we get a centre-back in Kieran Tierney, you got to say that's a fantastic transfer window. And then we go again next summer. We identify our targets again and we go again. And then by this time next year, the squad's completely overhauled to what it was when Emery took over. And we're starting to mount challenges, because I fully believe if we sort that defence out next summer, maybe try and tweak it this summer with Tierney and the centre-back. But then if we overhaul it next summer, we're challenging. Simple as that. When you've got Aubameyang, Laka and Pepe in your team, you're going to challenge. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good right now. Pint Fund Lee, ask a question on Twitter after the stream. Yeah, DM me, Michael. DM me afterwards on Twitter, mate. 140, not 104 grand a week. Well, either way, if it's 140, it's still a bargain fee for King. It's an absolute bargain. Man United fans are salty right now. Yes, they are proper salty right now. Tierney isn't coming. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. We've still got 10 days, so we shall see what happens. Hopefully he comes. Listen, he's a great player. So hopefully he comes, and that sort us out defensively as well. So get a centre-back in there, whether that be Rugani, whether that be Umtiti, whoever else we may be linked with, I don't know. But yeah, it's all good right now. And it's good being a Gooner right now. I'm laughing at all those mugs that said, trust me, he is not joining Arsenal, says Sasha. Mate, a lot of people said that, you know. A lot of people said that. Over 1,700 of you watching live, so I do appreciate that. Only 200 likes, so do stick a like on the video. Also, subscribe if you're new. I will be back at 9 o'clock tonight with another stream. Hopefully, I'll be back before that, and it'll be an announcement video because he's been announced. But we shall see. Loving the show from Barbados. Beautiful place, Dave. Beautiful. Thank you, mate. Mustafi should just pack up and go. Do you know what's funny, Louis? Yeah? I actually had some geezer comment on my transfer video from this morning. He left a comment, yeah? Right, check this out. He goes, yeah, you really shouldn't sit there and mug off Mustafi on a live stream, mate, because, you know, Monaco could subscribe to your channel and then decide not to buy him. Really? What, you think Monaco are just going to go, yeah, sod it, because Lee Gunner says that he don't rate Mustafi, fuck it, we're not going to do the deal. Jesus Christ. Seriously, what is the matter with these people? I think Joe Willock should start in front of Granite, says Mr. Quincy. I agree with that. I think Willock's a good player, mate. I think he's a very good player. And we've got the young guns as well. Don't forget them. Evening, Mark. Hope you're well, mate. Watching all the way from Antigua. Jesus Christ, man. Some of these countries you guys live in are just mad. Mad places, man. Proper beautiful countries. Good evening, Ross. I hope you're well. Pepe in the fantasy team. Do you know what? I actually picked my fantasy team. I picked Aubameyang and I picked Aguero, and then I just auto-sorted it, auto-picked it. So my team is my team. Luckily, I got Sterling in there. I think I've got Wan-Bissaka in there as well. So anyone who's not joined my fantasy league yet, you can do that. I'll pin the pin to this video afterwards. It'll be the pinned comment. Over 1,300 of you have joined already, so that's mad. There is prizes up for grabs for the top 10 places. I'll announce the 5 to 10 places prizes. It ain't going to be major for them places, but I'll announce that later on at 9 o'clock. But the top prize is 250 quid cash from me. Second is 150. Third is 75. Fourth is 50 quid. So yeah, if you want to get in with a chance of doing that and winning that, then go and build a team and get the pin, and off you go. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good right now being an Arsenal fan. Are we in for Lewis Dunk, says Rakoba Jeffrey. I don't think we are, mate. I'm not too sure that we are. I'm not too sure that we are. Where to build a team? Fantasy Premier League, mate. Type in Fantasy Premier League on a Google search. It'll come up. Build a team. I think you get 100 million. I've never played it ever. I am going to set up a Sun Dream team as well. That'll upset the Scousers, but I am going to set up a Sun Dream team. I'll do that one every season. Might put some little prizes up for that as well. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And once it's done, I'll let you guys know. Would you start Ceballos as a holding midfielder or have him push further up the pitch, says Tyler? I'd have him as a number 8 or a number 10, but we don't really play with a number 10. And I don't think Emery wants to play with a number 10. I think he wants to go 4-3-3. So if you go 4-3-3, you don't really necessarily need a number 10 because your striker can drop in as a number 10. So, and then you play with your 2 quick wingers. You play with a box-to-box, a DM and a deep lying player. So if that's how Emery wants to play, I'd play him as a number 8 next to Torreira. Maybe just in front of Torreira as the 3 in midfield, put him as a number 8, a box-to-box, and then go with Willock and Torreira behind him, and then go with the 2 wingers, whether that be a Iwobi and Pepe or whether that be a Aubameyang and Pepe, and then Lacquer up front. That's what I would do. What if you pull a Leicester and win your fantasy league? Wait, could you imagine if I win it? Do you know what? If I do win it, and I've got no chance of winning it because I ain't got a clue how it works. Yeah, I don't know what this triple captain crap is and all that stuff. So I ain't got a Scooby what I'm doing with it. But if I do actually fluke it and I do win it, yeah, the 250 will just go to a random person. I'll just scroll down the list and go bang, pick one and just give it to someone else. Do you know what Gunner kicks? Yeah, the amount of people that tell me I look like Joe Root, yeah, is just mad. I get told I look like, what's his name, man? Used to be Osterson manager as well. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, I get told I look like him. And Russell Howard, fucking Monreal, Peter Crouch, fucking the list is endless, mate. And the funny thing is, I'm older than all of them, so maybe they all look like me. Graham Potter, that's it, thanks Denise. But yeah, it's all good. Listen, Arsenal are going places. I'm telling you, with this setup that we've got now, it's going to take a little bit of time to overhaul this squad. And let's be real, it needs overhauling because a lot of them are nowhere near good enough. But we're getting there, and it don't happen overnight. So listen, we've smashed our transfer record, and it's a step in the right direction. This guy is going to light up the league. It's going to be mad. It's going to be brilliant watching him play next season. I'll be doing watch-alongs for every away game on my channel. Big up Guna Eagle Eye as well. He will be coming onto this channel to do watch-alongs. So go subscribe to him as well. He will be doing home watch-alongs himself because I'll be at the games. But I'm not doing any away games this season. So unless we fluke our way to the Europa League final, and I don't even know where it is, but if we do get there, I'm going. So yeah, proper glory hunter if we get to the Europa League final. So yeah, there we go. Pepe will destroy Spurs, says Roy the boy, the admin. Lee is going to have a party tonight, says VP the admin. Do you know what, Roy, right? I spoke to Chig earlier, yeah? I said if he was standing over that penalty that Aubameyang had at White Hart Lane, do you think he would have missed? I don't think he would. I think he would have just strolled up and slammed it straight in the back of the net. And that's not trying to mug Aubameyang off. Listen, he's our top scorer. He scored 31 goals last season. But I think that it's going to be interesting who Emery puts on penalty duty this season, because 9 of his goals last season, Pepe, was from the penalty spot. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see who he puts on penalties. But that 3 Whether it plays as a free, I don't know. I think if you play Aubameyang on the wing, you kind of lose something from him. But it depends. It depends how Emery wants to set up and what he wants to do. But we have now got a front three that can go to the away games and can actually show a bit of fight and can score goals and a genuine threat and make the other teams, the Cities, the Tottenhams, the Man Uniteds, Chelsea's, Liverpool's go, do you know what? We're actually shitting ourselves about their front three now. So that's a good thing. The only downside is the defence still ain't great. It's still the same defence as last season. But there's still time. And I think we'll sort that out. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you to 2,100 odd of you watching live. I think that's a record for this channel, actually. I think that's the most people I've had watching live. So I do appreciate that. If you are new, subscribe, hit the like button. Not even 500 likes, so not even a quarter of you have liked it. Come on, man, what's going on here? I'm being all ultra positive. You know, apparently I'm negative all the time and I only get views off of negativity. Well, here I am being positive, and 2,000 of you are watching live. So thank you very much. I'm going to do 5 more minutes and then I will be back at 9 o'clock this evening, unless we announce Pepe in the meantime. Apparently, we have inquired about Samuel Umtiti, according to the people who predicted Saliba and Ceballos, says Sean Spells. Well, hopefully, listen, he's got a massive injury issue with his knee. He's had surgery, but then again, so has Kieran Tierney. So, you know, Kieran Tierney's had surgery. So, you know, while I'm gassed for Tierney signing, if that happens, you know, I suppose on the flip side, I've got to be happy if we sign Umtiti as well. So he's a top player. He's a top player, but will that injury come back to haunt either of them? Dybala or Pepe? Honest answer, please. Well, I think that's pretty straightforward. Pepe. Dybala's not physical enough. He's a very good player, don't get me wrong, but not for me. I think that we've got the better player out of the two. Let's do some more. Pretty good evening to you, my G. I hope you're well, my friend. I bet you're buzzing as much as I am as well. Pepe, Laka and Abba up front. Yeah, mate, it's mad. It is mad, I must admit. That is a front three. Be honest, if Pepe comes into this league and does what he done in France, yeah, then come back to me at the end of the season. It might be a different answer because, listen, if Pepe can get to the level Sterling's shown in the last couple of seasons, we have got an absolute baller on our hands. So yeah, it's all good. YouTube is trying to tell me my connection is unstable, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah. What do you think about Rugani? Says Dylan. Evening, mate. Well, listen, he's improving in the Premier League. That's what you can say. You don't really get a chance at Juve. They've got a cracking centre-back pairing. They've just added to that with De Ligt. He ain't going to get a hope in hell's chance of playing for them. Is he the Mustafi part 2? We shall see if we sign him. A lot of people are saying he's not good enough. A lot of Juve fans don't rate him. But he's got a point to prove. And whether it be a loan or whether we sign him officially, I don't know. But if we get rid of Mustafi and loan him, I think that would be great business. I think that would be great business because we can either buy him at the end of it or we just give him back. And if he's been fantastic and helps us get top 4, fantastic. We then got Saliba coming in to Champions League football. We could then go and sign somebody else. If we do buy him and he's helped us get top 4, we've then got him, Saliba, Holding, Socrates. I think that would be a good 4. I think that would be a very good 4. Is it good enough to win a title? Probably not. But you never know. This Saliba kid could come in and absolutely rip it up. So we need to sign Nathan Aki, says Sergio. Good evening, mate. Do you know what? I've been banging that drum for about 2 seasons, mate. And every time I mention it, people just laugh at me and go, oh, he's not good enough. He is good enough in my opinion, but it is only my opinion. I think Lewis Dunk's good enough as well. And I remember when I first put that on Twitter, the amount of abuse I got from people on Twitter. Oh, if you want to finish 10th, you'd sign Lewis Dunk. And then a couple of bigger accounts mention it, and all of a sudden everyone's knocking one out over Lewis Dunk. So yeah, there we go. My nephew is a Juve fan, and he said Rugani is a very good player, just hasn't had enough game time. You can't perform if you don't get enough game time. Well, I agree with that. Listen, Janos, you've got to agree with that. Spurs should be worried that we have got a player who could be worth Coutinho money in a couple of years, says South London's finest B. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. That's a good point as well. Listen, he could come in, he could elevate himself to Mbappe levels, and then, you know, other clubs might come in, the Madrids, the Barcelonas, and say, well, we want him. We want him. We'll give you 150 million, 160 million. And we've got a decision to make then. Do we take the money or do we keep him? So we shall see. Listen, fingers crossed the guy comes in, hits the ground running, and absolutely smashes the league up like he did in France last season. But this is the most happy I have been about a signing since Sanchez signed. I was happy for Laka. Don't get me wrong. That was what made me start going back to games. I boycotted for a very long time. And I said, as soon as we sign a proper striker, I'll start going again. We signed Laka, so I started going again. We then signed Aubameyang. And don't get me wrong, I was buzzing for that. But I am so buzzing for this signing. This guy can... well, he could go to the very, very top. If he gets his nut down and he comes in and he smashes it up, this guy could be up there with an Mbappe and players like that in the next few years. So I'm not going to get too carried away. He ain't even kicked a ball for us yet, and he ain't even been announced yet. So yeah, but I am happy. I am over the moon right now, and it just goes to show that behind the scenes, the club are actively seeking to try and buy players, regardless of what people on Twitter say or hashtags or petitions and stuff like that. We're a massive football club and we've got a proper structure in place right now. It's not the old regime. It's not penny pinching over a couple of million quid. We're going to go out and we're going to do the big bucks. We're going to deal with the proper agents, the super agents out there, which we've never done before because of principle. But now we're doing that. So, you know, the first transfer window, we've got this this set regime in place with Edu coming in as well now. The first transfer window we've done, we've signed a kid for next summer who's apparently one of the best youngsters in the world in centre-back position. We've signed Ceballos on loan from Real Madrid, who by all accounts is a very good player. And we've just signed Nicolas Pepe for £72 million. Well, so far, that's a pretty good regime, isn't it? You know, that's a record signing. It's a decent player from Madrid and a nice prospect. Adding Martinelli to that as well. I keep forgetting him. Excuse me. While I just choke. But yeah, it's been a very good window so far. We just need some defenders now. And hopefully in the next week and a half, we go and get that done as well. So yeah, any centre-back that isn't established, get via loan without option to buy. Good evening, Chris. That's a good comment, mate. Exactly. Rugani's not proven he's a great centre-back, has he? So maybe just go and loan him for a season, see how he does and see what he says. And at the end of the season, you then judge it and decide whether you want to buy him and decide whether Juve want to sell him and negotiate, didn't you? So yeah, it's all good. It's all going well. 2.2K, over 2.2K watching live. So thank you very much for that. Like I said, that is a record on this channel right now. So it just goes to show when you get good news, everyone's buzzing. People want to hear what other people have got to say and have chats about it. So it's all good. It's not all about negativity all the time. My negativity, should I say, left when the old regime left. So I've been positive ever since. I've been chill ever since. I'm not getting ranting and raving. I was as disappointed as anyone that we fucked up the end of the season, but I weren't going to lose my rag over it. And I weren't going to lose my rag that we haven't signed anybody until a week ago, other than Martinelli. So, you know, a lot of people did. That's up to them. They can do whatever they want. But for me, it was all about staying calm. I trust in Raul. That guy don't work at Barcelona for 15 years if he ain't got a clue what he's talking about and what he's doing. And when he talks and when you hear him speak, the guy is so passionate about football and passionate about being at Arsenal. He wants to make us a superpower. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. But at the same time, we're going in the right direction with this lot. So yeah, Jake, Oram, thank you for that, mate. Did you get one over with the Spanish car? Says Gerard. No, I didn't. They actually took the money out of my account today. Yeah, they fucking tucked me up. So yeah, well, I suppose I didn't get tucked up. I actually had to pay it. So I paid it. And yeah, they've got their money. Getting number 19 on your shirt. I might just do that, you know, Gunner Kicks. I might just do that. The missus is on the way to going on the way home from work, so she's going to stop off and go and get me the away shirt on the way home. So yeah, I'll have that later on today when she's back. But yeah, I don't. Since I had Granit Xhaka on the back of my shirt, I've refused to have names on the shirts. But I might just get Pepe on the back of this one. You never know. We shall see. Does anyone know as well, before I wrap this up, can you leave it in the comment section when the blue kit is out, the third kit? Can somebody tell me when that is? How much do you think Mustafi is worth? Probably about 27 quid, mate. You had Xhaka. I know, Jamie. I know. I know it wasn't the best move I've ever made. Third kit is out next week. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Listen, I'll be back at 9 o'clock this evening. Hopefully I'll have that shirt by then, unless my missus gets lost on the way home. But yeah, I will have that shirt later on this evening. So you never know, I might not have this one on. But listen, 2.2K, over 2.2K, big up yourselves. Thank you very much. Do all stick a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new as well. I genuinely appreciate that. Closing in on 25K, which is madness. That was actually my target for the start of the season, was to have 25,000 subscribers. So I'm on course for that, and that's all thanks to you guys that are just mad every day. Every day you're in my comments, every day you're in my mentions, you're always DMing me. I can't keep up, genuinely, I can't keep up with my DMs on Insta and Twitter and stuff like that. So I do appreciate it. Maybe I should get a PA, you never know. But I will be back at 9 o'clock. I will stick the Fantasy League pin as the pinned comment to this. So when this is done, give it 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes or so. Go check it out. The pinned comment will be the Fantasy League pin. It's closing in on 1,500 people in that, and there is prizes for the top 10. I'll be back at 9 o'clock. Hopefully, I'll be back before that, announcing that Pepe is officially done. Thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks for the comments and all that. I do appreciate it. I'll see you at 9. Laters, peeps.